So to start with today, great date. I just would like to say congratulations for finishing your exams, and I hope that you have a very, very good weekend. That's nice, Abdul Malik. Great. Nice hearing that you're fine. So in today's session, we will start with a new lesson, which is lesson 5 of our unit, and we will speak in it about the resources and the land use. So what do we mean by saying resources and land use? If I'm speaking about the resources. Hello, Khalid, how are you? So if I'm telling you what are the good resources do people have, or in each country or each zone, what do we mean by the resources? Safe, Hussein.
Good morning, teacher.
Good morning,
I'm
Darwin.
back.
Oh, you're back. That's great. So today we'll speak about the resources and the land use. When I ask you, what do we mean by resources and land use? So what is it?
Things that humans need.
Humans need. Okay.
Food, building materials, and other things.
And other things. That's great. What else, Safe? Safe, can you hear me?
Yes.
What do you mean by the resources, Safe? When I speak about resources, what do I mean by them?
The way that we use, I don't know.
You don't know. Okay, that's great. All right. So when we speak about the resources, guys, good morning, Atabi. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Congratulations for finishing your exams. How was the last one?
Full mark.
Oh, that's a great, man. Congratulations. So I hope that you enjoy your weekend today.
Yeah.
All right. So today, Muhammad, we will speak about the new lesson, which is resources and land use. To begin with, we need first to understand what do we mean by resources. So when I say the resources of Saudi Arabia, what do I mean by that?
Can I answer?
Yep.
Like the resources that you have, like for example, the resources you have, like for example, you have a resource for water, or like resources for petrol, like like that.
Awesome.
Like that.
Bravo.
Yeah.
Great. So when we speak about resources, we are speaking about what people. I have already checked that. You just can sign. Those I'm about to check and along with these. So you can check those. So when we speak about the resources guide, we are speaking about what are the natural resources, or even the manufactured one that each country has, or people on planet Earth have. So to begin with, let's just imagine Saudi Arabia. In Saudi Arabia here, we're speaking about how people try to use the mother nature in their favor. Like, for example, like Muhammad said, the water or the petrol. So petrol is a very, very good thing in Saudi Arabia. People now use petrol in order to put in their cars. They use the petrol in order to sell them outside, and it's called income. So that's an income money for the country. We sell the petrol for people from outside. They give us money, and that helps in the natural economy of our country. Also, while speaking about the natural resources, we just speak about the minerals. Do you know the meaning of minerals?
The minerals,
Yes.
I think the minerals is like what you call it. You have like materials or something that helps you, like
Yeah, the minerals are solid, liquid, or gas materials.
okay.
They are solid, liquid, or gas. Which shape or which form do materials take?
Mineral.
Yes,
I think solid.
solid one, bravo. So we're speaking about iron, we're speaking about silver, diamond, gold, and all other materials. Of course, there are some materials inside the human body, and they are in the liquid form. But we're speaking about the resources for each country. So the minerals are the solid form of materials that we can find in ground. So we need to dig in the ground, like the coal, for example. We have mines for coal in order to dig down in the ground and get it. Diamond, gold, silver, you name it. All of these contribute in the resources of each country.
Yes,
And
teacher, this is what we do like in a game, it's called Minecraft. We like dig in caves and look for in caves for what they call the minerals like silver, diamond, like that.
you know, Muhammad, I'm about to start playing Minecraft because of you guys. All of my students play Minecraft. And actually, I can find out that Minecraft actually helps you understanding some things. So I may start playing it myself. So in Minecraft, for example, you start digging in the ground in order to find some minerals like silver, like gold, like
iron.
so all of these minerals are considered part of your resources in the game, right? You use these resources to get money,
Like
and with the money you can buy something else. Is that correct?
you use like diamond for
First, you
armor.
start with wood.
You start to wood like that. You have and you use like that minerals like
tools.
for making like a diamond sword. A diamond sword
Oh.
is like very powerful, and you have like diamond armor and like that and helmets.
So does wood consider one of the resources?
Yes.
Yes.
Bravo. Diamond is a resource.
Yes.
No mineral.
Yes. Water is a resource.
Yes.
So all type of nature around us is considered to be one of the resources. And actually, if we just try to imagine this, Albert Khan, that's Ahmed. Good morning, Ahmed. How are you doing?
I'm fine, teacher.
Congratulations for finishing your exams. So today, Ahmed, we are speaking about a topic called the resources and the land use. So we have been just chatting about the resources that we can find in our country and also in the world. So your friends just told me about a game called Minecraft. Do you play it?
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Okay, that's great. So in this game, Ahmed, you try to dig in the ground searching for coal, iron, silver, and also diamond. And you use the wood from trees in order to build something or to get money, right?
Yes.
All things that you collect in this game are called the resources that you have. Are called what?
The resources that you have.
Apply these resources to a country, like for example, Saudi Arabia. You will find out that it's totally the same. In Minecraft, let me just try to see. Mine, that's it, right? This is the game, guys.
Yes.
So in this game, what are you doing? You try to collect.
Survive.
You try to build something, you try to collect something, you try to dig in the ground searching for something, right? That's exactly the game. So, okay, I think that I'm gonna play it. So, what are you doing inside the game you love so much is exactly the same our country is doing. So in the game, for example, you are trying to collect some minerals from the ground. That's what each country in the world is trying to do, because this is called what, Ahmed? This is called the natural resources you have. The natural resources you have. Apply these natural resources now for many things. Number one, I may take out the natural resources and start by manufacturing them. Start by manufacturing them. So, for example, I take the gold out from the ground and then I'll start to manufacture it to make a beautiful ring. So you can buy this ring, or a chain, a wedding ring, or a bracelet. So all of these things now are called manufactured product. Or I can get out some of the natural resources like petrol. Petroleum, for example, is one of the most important natural resources in KSA. We take it and we do two things. Number one, we can sell it as a very pure oil, okay, to some people because it's used for some manufacturing, or we can change it by some process to make it the gas we put in our cars, and then we can sell it, or even we can use it. So all the resources that we have in our country are totally separate, are totally different, and we use all of them in order to do what? In order to help us. So once again, what are some types of the resources that we have in our country? Who can tell me? Some resources we have in our country.
In our country, wood,
water.
water,
Water, yes.
Grass,
Glass.
Nice.
Glass.
Glass. Do you know how glass
plastic.
is made?
What?
Yes,
Do
you
have
crush
glass?
sand.
Sand.
You crush sand.
What?
So
How?
yeah, sand. Glass
Minecraft.
is a natural resource.
I think
Glass
it's sand.
is
It's sand.
manufactured food. Once again, glass.
Minecraft advantages.
What, Hussein?
I know that from Minecraft.
Yeah, from Minecraft.
Yes.
I shall play this game, guys. Really, really, I must play this.
Teacher,
Yes.
glass is from sand.
Yes, Muhammad, that's a fact. And the first people in the whole world to use this method is the ancient Egyptian. The ancient Egyptian, they brought the sand from the western desert. Some sort of sand or some type of sand contains a very huge amount of silicon, and then they apply these types of sands into what? Into heat. And once the silicon and the sand is heated, it changes into a solid glass, and then they will just shape this glass.
Yes, teacher. On Minecraft, we do it like this, but I didn't. I thought that is in real life. It's not like this. When I said it's from glass.
Exactly the same process. The same process. You bring sand, you apply it to heat, and then it will change into liquid glass. You shape it, you leave it to cool, and then you have your own glass. Okay, so we have many natural resources in our land, and we can use these natural resources for many, many things. We can first bring them, manufacture them, and then use them. Or we can bring them out of the ground or from nature, and then we can sell them. Or later we can apply some things to it, like just selling them outside, manufacturing them, and selling them inside or outside. And of course, these natural resources help us a lot during our life. Like Minecraft helps us in our life. Okay, let's see this video before we start reading.
Talking about types of land use. There are 7 main types of land use.
Okay, that's the land use. We need resources first. Yes, and we have also 2 types of resources, guys. renewable
Grammarly can help you write
resources
quickly.
and non-renewable resources, meaning that resources that you can renew
Insight.
and others that once they end, they just end. Like petrol, for example, that's an unrenewable resource because once we consume all of it, it will not renew again. But like we have sun is type of the natural resources, wind, water, all of these are natural resources that will never end unless our God says.
In this video, let's talk about renewable and non-renewable resources. A natural resource is a natural material that is used by humans. Examples include water, oil, wood from trees, and coal. Many of these resources are changed into products that make our life more comfortable or convenient. Natural resources can be classified as renewable or non-renewable. A renewable resource can be replaced at the same rate in which the resource is used. Common renewable resources used to produce energy include solar, like the solar panels converting solar energy into electricity, wind, which can turn turbines to produce electricity, hydroelectric, which involves moving water turning a turbine, geothermal, which involves capturing the underground steam that flows to a turbine and then produces electricity, and biomass, which involves plants and poop being burned to produce electricity. Air and water are renewable natural resources also. They don't regrow like trees, but they are always being renewed. They move in cycles. Remember, renewable resources can regrow or be replaced within a person's lifespan. Non-renewable resource is a resource that forms at a rate that is much slower than the rate that it is formed. Coal is an example. It takes millions of years to create coal, and once it is used up, it is no longer available. You can use the phrase CON to remember three popular non-renewable resources. This stands for coal, oil, natural gas. Nuclear fuel is also a non-renewable resource. Uranium-235, which is used in nuclear power plants, is found in a finite amount. Minerals used for making metals are also non-renewable. For example, steel, which is used in making buildings, is made of iron ore. Iron ore is mined from the earth and is a limited resource. Non-renewable natural resources are things that take longer than a person's lifespan to be replaced.
So, of course, from the non-renewable resources, we'll have the iron, we'll have the coal, we'll have the petrol. All of these resources, all of the minerals exactly are the non-renewable one, because once they end, they will never be here again. And by the way, the petrol we are using nowadays, do you know where did it come from or how was it made?
Basically dinosaurs.
Basically dinosaurs. Very good, Muhammad. Nice, coming late, but joining the session. That's great. Nice. So the non-renewable resources, they take very, very, very long time in order to form, and once they end, they will never become again, unless of course we replace them.
In fact, it takes millions of years to form these. Because many important resources are limited, we can all reduce, reuse, and recycle. You can turn off lights when you're not in a room. You can ride your bike more and walk more to reduce the amount of gasoline you use. You can reuse and recycle things like plastic jugs, jars, paper bags, plastics, cardboard, aluminum, and even steel. If you'd like to know more about how we get energy from non-renewable resources, this playlist will help.
So of course these are the windmills. Okay, these windmills are used in order to form or to generate electricity, and they are one of the best resources for electricity, as they are totally dependable upon renewable energy, like the wind. The wind never ends, not like petroleum. Consequently, once we use them and we use them correctly, we will be able to just generate electricity fairly and also very cheap one. Also the solar power. The sun is free. We can use the sun. So we must stop using the non-renewable resources and become totally dependable upon those which are renewable resources. So back again to our topic, the resources and the land use. So in this lesson, we will speak first about you will relate the irrigation zones to the land use and also identify the different farming areas in the world and the world being mineral deposits. So Hussein, can you read please?
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Resources and land use. The way we use land is determined by the climate of the region and the resources available. Here are some of the main ways we use land on Earth. Human settlements, cities, and villages. This picture shows an aerial view of Tokyo, Japan, one of the world's most densely populated cities. Commercial farming. Farming on a large scale. This picture shows a farmer spraying crops with pesticides at a commercial farm in Europe.
All right. So we have in front of us two photos. So what is the difference between both of them? And actually, which one would you like to live in?
The city, because I can buy anything I want and not run like a million miles to get anything. And plus power is basically cheap.
Power and what exactly, Muhammad?
Whatever I want. The school. Oh yeah. Oh wait, never mind. I want to go to the urban, the non-urban, suburbans, or wherever this farming place is, because then no online school, and I'm free.
Well, unfortunately, they have internet, so online school will still be there.
No, I will cut the power lines myself.
So anything to just get rid of the study. Great.
I'm not studying. The annoyance of the online school in general. School in general. It's a stupid system.
Pourquoi? Why would you like to say that?
School is a stupid system. You don't know this? There's like many videos covering how stupid the school is and how inefficient it is about teaching someone's life. Like, why would I need to know about something that happened in the past when all I need to focus about to be successful in life is the future? Like, why do I need to know that, for example, China populated? I won't even go to China in my life. Like, come on. Why?
Have you set out your point of view? Shall I answer?
What?
Shall I answer you right now?
Come on, hit me with it.
Okay, so first you have been speaking about that the system itself is stupid and that you're not quite satisfied with it. So what are the qualifications that you ask for or what improvements that we can do? So do not just tell me that there is a problem.
No, I have improvements. I have improvements.
Wait, I just did not interrupt you. So
I have improvements.
let me just, I'm not speaking about proofs or anything. You have set out your point. The school sucks. System is corrupt.
And I have a way to fix it. I have a way to fix it.
Hit me with a solution.
Okay.
Do not tell me that I can't fly.
I'm gonna give you a solution, okay?
Yes.
So what they do is they ask the student, what do you want to become? They tell their parents what are they most likely to become. They try to tell them, or they teach them something, that one thing, and they focus on that thing, and then they become that thing. So for example, I'm interested in coding. I want to become a coder. What do they teach me? Social studies? No. They teach me how to code. How to do everything beside that. Like write a PowerPoint presentation to enter a job. I don't know anything about taxes, bro. What is a tax?
Before Muhammad about the power of knowledge.
No, the type of knowledge that I'm getting is just way too weird. Why do I need to know?
Do you study coding now or not?
What?
Do you study coding now or not?
No.
Why?
Because school doesn't give it.
Well, actually, you will study coding if you enter the faculty of computer, right? Psychological computer. If you enter the faculty, you will study coding in it. What are you doing to just
What teacher? Your voice is weird.
transfer of knowledge of coding?
Teacher, your voice is lagging.
My voice is lagging? No, you're kidding. Hello?
Yeah.
Yep. So, right now you're doing absolutely nothing in order to study coding. Do you take online classes? Do you watch YouTube channels?
And I do YouTube, and I'm trying to make my own game, and I have a book about it, and I'm trying to learn it. But it's way too stupid because I don't have enough time to do it. Because school.
Exactly. So the problem is not
circles back. I don't have enough time because then the school is forcing me to do things that lead to nothing. That lead to nothing.
they lead to very, very, very important something. First, we have
one of the periods that'll actually work.
We are not fighting. You have presented your case. Listen to us, okay? You think that you are wasting your time in studying subject like social studies because you are not interested in it. Yet you must at least know about them. The more you know, the better you will become. The power of knowledge, Muhammad, and I have already told you before, know something of everything, but don't know everything of something.
Yeah, but
if you are interested in coding, do not study about coding. You will become a nerd, right?
Oh yeah, and studying about social studies and history make me a nerd.
What?
So studying about social and history make me a nerd about the past, which will not be of use to me.
Actually, studying
Teacher, you can't explain what
some problem that may happen in the future.
Teacher, let me say something. If you can't prove why a subject should be mandatory, it shouldn't be mandatory.
Simply, why do we learn about everything in our life? Mathematics, social. I want to be a doctor. Why shall I learn
to
math?
be educated?
It's just like that, guys. If I'm not interested in math,
not to do the things you want to do. Like I can't do coding because of how much school there is. It's stupid. Like a 10-minute break for 6 hours. That's what? What? Teacher on mute.
I'm just sorry. I'm at school. I'm speaking to my teacher. Just a second. Okay, just a second, Muhammad. I'll answer all of your question, but I need to ask Muhammad Al-Utaibi. What do you think of this problem, Utaibi?
Me, I think it's okay if you want like to study. It's your choice. It's your choice. Like if you want to study, then study. If you do not want to study, then do not study.
But yeah, he agrees with me. Basically, he agreed with me without agreeing to me because these subjects are mandatory. Not that's what I'm saying. It should be optional, not mandatory.
Totally mandatory. You are speaking that subject must be mandatory, and you must choose the subject you are studying. That's why college exists, right?
Yeah, so why cram elementary and middle school with so much useless information? Why don't they make elementary and middle school?
Why it's useless? Well, you think it's useless, yet it's very, very, very useful. And I'll give you the total proof. You're still a child. Your brain is still adapting and developing. So we try to give you more information so that your brain grows up totally 100%. If I'm just still with stacking your brain with only one source of information, you will become a nerd. Nothing else I can say.
Humans should be nerds, not in the way you think.
No,
if you specify in one job, then you're probably gonna do it good, and then you're gonna get a good job.
Okay, Muhammad, there's something that is called the brain capacity. brain capacity. Have you heard
Yeah,
about
and it's
that?
overflowing right now
Yeah, it's overflowing with what?
with stupid, useless facts.
Yet it's still flowing. And they are not stupid, useless. They are totally useful. Yet you do not see that yet.
Knowing the dates of times and specific locations and stuff, no, that's not going to be useful. Tell me one reason why I should know a useless fact that happened 10 years ago or
To
like 100
learn
years
not
ago.
to repeat the same mistake in the future. That's why we are
Learn
learning.
learn from the ancestors,
Yes.
how cavemen became.
Well, actually, there is a huge
How would that
doubt
make
about
me joke?
cavemen, especially in Islam, because in Islam we
I'm
believe that
just saying.
they were before.
So why do they teach us about evolution if it's wrong?
Well, it's
If-
totally wrong.
Yeah, so why do they teach us that in science?
Because some people think of them, and we need to have a strong evidence in order
Yeah,
to support
in
our
science-
talk about not believing in that. Like
You
the
mean
Darwin
science?
evolution, for example. Do you believe in Darwin?
No,
Why?
because Islam is way better.
Have you heard Darwin's book?
No, but I know what it is.
Not believe in something you have not read.
But teacher,
I
teacher,
know it. I know what Darwin's evolution is.
You do not
How
know it.
everything
Just
evolved
know
from
what they tell you. You don't know it. You just know what they tell you. Actually,
I
Darwin
know
Revolution has some very, very good facts, actually. Not all of it is correct, of course, but just disagreeing with some of it, not all of it. Yet,
Yeah.
coming on the other side, if we do not learn about it, if we do not read it, we will not be able to either disagree or agree. So you need to learn, and then you can present your idea, your truth, whatever you think. But first, you must speak about it.
I have another thing. Why don't schools teach you about actual economy or how to get a job?
They do, actually.
No, in elementary or middle school even.
No, that's why college exists, Muhammad.
You
Because
can't.
once
Again, you're cramming too much stuff into another location. It has to be spread out.
my darling, once again, the whole system.
Don't call me that. Now I hate you.
Why? All of you are my darling. I
No,
love
I'm
all of
not.
you as my younger brothers, and you know that.
No, I barely even know you.
Really? Come on, man.
Yeah.
It's been years. You're breaking my heart.
All I know is how you look, how your voice sounds, and that you teach us. That's it.
Really?
Exactly. I don't know anything about you. What do you mean?
but teacher, I
Oh,
do not
it can be
agree
an
with
assessment.
teacher. I do not agree with Khayat that
I don't really care.
you need to
And
be
here is
educated. Listen,
okay.
you need to be educated. Then there's one time your kid will ask you, like father, what does that mean? What does that mean? And then you
Yeah.
But
go,
the point is, he shouldn't
you go
because
what?
those subjects are stupid. Like right now, I'm asking my mom, "Wait, what does this mean? But why does it even exist? Why do you need to know this?" No, there's no reason.
So you
Listen,
think that
listen.
some subject is stupid from your own point of view, but do not apply that point of view to other kids.
No. What I'm
Do
saying
not
is it's
force.
supposed to be
You are
optional.
just forcing your point
It's
of view
supposed
right
to be optional. Yeah, knowing that if for example, if you want to study about geology and how things worked in history, and you want to become, for
That's
example,
why the
history
faculty
teacher,
of science exists, man.
I know, I know,
You are
I
gonna
know.
be
Wait,
specified
teacher,
in the college. What don't you understand about this? You need to first widen your understanding, your conception of
Teacher,
items, your brain capacity, and then you start by specifying.
teacher. What I mean is,
And
if someone wants to become a geology major or something,
okay, I'll
it's
just say
supposed to
one
be
more point and
optional.
I'll just close this. Muhammad, yeah, I agree with Muhammad. Okay, that's great. Teacher, ignore Muhammad Al Khayyat. You are our brother. Second, all learning is important. I agree
I
with
did not say learning is not important. It is.
So
It is
I'll
very
just say one
important.
point. I'll just say one point and I'll just end the discussion for this session. And we still have another 2 sessions today. So Muhammad Al Khayyat, for example, like 2 or 3, Muhammad Al Ujaybi, like 2 or 3 days ago, I remember he was telling me about what he wanted to become. So he always told me that I want to become a doctor. And then he came like 2 or 3 days ago and told me, I have changed my mind. I want to become a coder, to write codes and learn about computer and programming and all of this. Right, Otabi?
Yes, I'm now like falling
So,
in like what you call
if
science.
now I'm just stuck with Muhammad Al-Utaibi has chosen like 4 days ago. 4 days ago he was he wanted to become a doctor. So I just got him, stuck him in the field of medicine, learned everything about medicine. But he came later and tells me, no, I want to change my career. So if he has already been taught about coding, he will want to change. But if he did not want to, if he
I see
didn't
your point. I see your
have
point. First of
information,
all, wait. Stop. Please stop talking.
so
First
now
of all,
you
it's
are
optional.
getting information in order to decide later.
First
That's
of
why
all,
we
you
call it
don't study in elementary or middle school. You don't study either of those, coding or medicine. And second of all, if for example there were actual taught, it's his problem that he changed. If he changed, then
no,
it's
it's not
changed.
his problem. It's his choice.
Yeah, it's his choice. So
Yeah,
why do we have to mandatory other things that are not interested at all? Like if I know for 100% fact that I'm probably never gonna use what happened in history in my future career, I could cancel that out, not study that, not waste my time.
That's why you're still naive and you do not understand the most important thing about history. So if you're not interested about history, why do we study about the history of Islam?
That's a different kind of history.
No,
I
it's
mean,
not
world history.
different, man. It's not different. You know that in the regulation of Islam, we have 3 resources for regulation. Do you know what these resources are?
Teacher,
Yes?
religion should be taught in mandatory everywhere.
No, that's
Whatever
not fact.
that.
That's not fact.
History.
Because religion is totally
Everywhere.
not different from our own life. Religion is what defines our life and actually
I said
important
mandatory.
for our own life.
I said mandatory.
Muhammad,
I said mandatory.
simply you are trying to just show us how you hate studying, consequently you don't want to learn. But once again,
No, I do
the
love
more you
to.
learn, the better
I
you
am
will
very
become.
interested in how to code. Very.
So learn how to code and come and teach us.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not kidding. I would love to become a coder for myself. Why not?
Then take an online class or something. But you can't because you don't have enough time. Again, because school. It's way too much as a student. There's way too much stress, not enough breaks. It's just not a good method. It's
Well,
inefficient.
there is a good thing in this because you will you won't be a student forever.
Yeah, I'll go into life with no meaning of how money works, how to pay rent, how to buy a house. I don't know any of that. I don't know how to drive a car.
Well, that's becoming an adult, actually.
Yeah. See, that's because school didn't teach me this. How do you become?
No.
I don't know.
It's not
You
about
do it, trial and fail, and then you fail.
Muhammad, just take your breath. School teaches you what should be taught for each one because not all the students have the same point of view. Not all of them have the same perspective of life. Consequently, we cannot teach them all in just one method. Consequently, we have various methods, various ways, various subjects, and all of this will help you to determine once you grow up, once you have your whole brain capacity, once you are rational enough to decide for your own future. This will help you to choose your career, your path later. Yet you need to base these choices upon some facts, solid ground. Teacher me before 2 years I wanted to be a pilot. Well, if you changed your mind, I'm gonna be very sad. Then after it, by 7 months, I told my mom I wanted to become a doctor. Then after 1 year, I said I want to become a programmer. Now look, I'm building apps like the one, yeah, and I love the one you made actually. The app you built was actually great. And please teach me how you did it, Khalid. So it's like that's okay to change, but
my thing is you should change. Like you shouldn't study everything. So the student, for example, like Khalid, so he wanted to become a pilot. He starts learning at elementary, wherever he does start. Okay. Then if he changes because of his knowledge, and he wants it.